Hello, my name is Stefan. I'm from Tanjung Pura University, Faculty of Economic and Business Management, class semester 4. This video is for the midterm exam of Human Resource Management class. So, there are 7 questions and I will answer it clearly. So, let's start from the first question. First question, what is Human Resource Management to 5 experts? First, according to Leon C. Megginson, from the national point of view, human resources are knowledge, skills, creative abilities, talents, and attitudes obtained in the population. Whereas from the point of view of the individual enterprise, they represent the total of the inherent abilities, acquired knowledge, and skill as exemplified in the talents and aptitude of its employees. Sumatra Gosal considers human resources as human capital. He classifies human capital into 3 categories: intellectual capital, social capital, and emotional capital. Intellectual capital consists of specialized knowledge, tactic knowledge and skills, cognitive complexity, and learning capacity. According to FIPO, performance management, or say, human resource management is the planning, organizing, directing, and controlling of the procurement, development, composition, integration, maintenance, and separation of human resources to the end that individual, organizational, and social objectives are accomplished. Fourth, according to DeCenzo and Robbins, human resource management is concerned with the people dimension in management. Since every organization is made up of people, acquiring their services, developing their skill, motivating them to higher level of performance, and ensuring that they continue to maintain their commitment to the organization are essential to achieving organizational objectives. This is true regardless of the type of organization, such as government, business, education, health, recreation, or social action. Last, according to Michael J. Jussius, has defined human resources as a whole consisting of interrelated, interdependent, and interacting physiological, psychological, sociological, and ethical components. So the definition of human resource management, based on my opinion, is the process of managing human capital to its maximum performance through development programs such as training in order to achieve organizational goals. So let's move to the next question, question number 2. Watch these following videos and explain what is explained by the speakers in these videos and what lesson you can get from these videos. So there are 5 videos of Human Resource Management lecture by Professor Armin Trost, and each of the video explain about Human Resource Management topic. First video explain about Human Resource Strategy and Training. In this topic, I learned about strategic priorities of a company. There are 5 strategic priorities that done by the company. There are innovation strategy, brand strategy, price strategy, design strategy, and the last is quality strategy. A company cannot be good on all strategy because the resource is limited to them. What they need to do is to focus on their strategy so that they can win in the market and survive for a long time. Second video explain about introduction to human resource management. In this topic, I learned about the definition of human resource management and the trends that determine future challenges. Human resource sometimes is called human capital in some company because they are also an asset just like money or materials. But human is unique because in the human resource management we talk about behavior. The definition of human resource management that I get from this topic is all plan and control activities of an organization to build and maintain the relation between employees and the organization in order to meet both business objectives and employees' expectations. Then there are also trends that determine the future challenges of a company. There are innovation, demography, globalization, web, and value challenge. Third video explain about talent acquisition. In this topic, I learned about the way to recruit employees and also 3 kinds of employee candidates. There are 2 ways of recruiting, which are internal hiring and external hiring. Each of the methods have advantages and disadvantages. For the internal hiring, the company will have lower risk of hiring employees, have short time to fill the assignment, and have a development opportunity. But the disadvantages are they have less option and may have higher training costs. For the external hiring, the company will more options, they also can get new ideas from the external employee. But the disadvantages are they will have higher costs in recruiting the employee and also higher risk of hiring because the external may not adapt well with the work environment. Then there are three kinds of candidates, which are active seeker, passive seeker, and non-seeker candidates. The fourth video explains about candidate selection. In this topic, I learned about the selection method used to select the best candidates to work for the company. There are some methods that the company use. First is by background check. By using this method, the company will get an objective fact that will help them to choose the candidates that suitable for the job assignment. Second is by Google, means that they spread the job vacancy through Google so that they can get more variety of employee candidates that and can be spread widely. Third is by games or simulation. By using this method, company can review how well the candidates work in a group by giving group games, and also can review how well the candidates use their knowledge to finish the game. The last video explained about compensation and benefits. In this topic, I learned about factors that determining compensation, total rewards, and types of benefits. There are some factors that determining the amount of compensation given to an employee. There are performance, cost of living, market, company success, and cost of living. Then the total reward is combination of total compensation and non-financial reward. Total compensation can be divided into three kinds. First is base pay, for example salary and wages. Second is variable pay, for example bonus, provision, or profit sharing. The third is benefits, for example insurance and pension fund. Then the non-financial rewards can be appreciation, title, context, and privilege. Then the last is about types of benefits. There are four types of benefits. First is security, for example insurance and pension fund. Second is health, for example sports center usage, psychiatric counseling, and medical care. Third type is financial, for example company credits or interest-free building loan. The last type is offerings, for example company car, free lunch, laptop usage, company accommodations, and many more. Next, let's move to the question number 3. What are reward and motivation to 5 experts? First, Ivancic and Matheson. Organizations use a variety of rewards to attract and retain people and to motivate them to achieve their personal and organizational goals. Ivancic and Matheson identified 3 objectives of reward program. First, to attract qualified people to join the organization. Second, to keep employees coming to work. Third, to motivate employees to attain high level of performance. Next, Armstrong states that reward management deals with the strategies, policies, and processes required to ensure that the people's value and contribution they make to achieving organizational, developmental, and team goals is recognized and rewarded. It can therefore be seen that rewards play an important role in motivating employees and driving them to perform at their best and also to retain top performance. Lutyens observed that organizations provide rewards to their personnel in order to try to motivate their performance and encourage their loyalty and retention. And then, DeCenzo and Robbins says that reward is basically a token of appreciation given by the employer to the employee for his or her service to the company. A well-designed reward system motivates employees and helps in building positive emotional response toward the job. It also leads to higher and better performance of employees, which has direct impact on the productivity of the company. Maslow states that human beings have different needs. When a lower need is pleased, they aim for higher need. The 5 categories that Maslow describes are physiological, safety, social, esteem, and the highest is self-actualization. Okay, then let's move to the question number 4. Is there any correlation between reward and motivation? Can you tell me the research that says that reward has an effect on the employee's work in a company, and the research that reward does not affect the employee's work in a company? Of course, there is correlation between reward and motivation. When someone gets achievement in their organization, they will get rewards based on their works. Therefore, they will be more motivated to do better performance because they feel that they get more reward for doing more job better. The rewards can come from internal or external. Then I found the research about the correlation between rewards and the effect to the employees' work in a company. This research was done by Nadja and Nicole from University of Gothenburg. They made research in a call center company, and the method they used in this research was by interviewing 5 employees in that company. All of these employees have the same job assignment, which is answering incoming calls, but differ in the hours worked. 2 employees work for full time, the another 2 work in the evening, and the last one works in the night. There are 2 results from the interview. First is the 4 of 5 employees which work for full time and work in the evening said that reward that they get motivate them to do the job more better. Furthermore, they said that financial rewards are the one that motivate them the most. The second result is the 1 employee that worked in the night time said that the reward does not motivate her because it is hard to get rewards in the night time. And next, let's move to the question number 5. What is job design in your opinion? How important is job design for managers and employees in a company? Job design is the process of work arrangement aimed at reducing or overcoming job dissatisfaction and employee alienation arising from repetitive and mechanistic tasks. Through job design, organizations try to raise productivity levels by giving various kinds of rewards. Some techniques that are used in the job design exercise are job enlargement, job enrichment, job rotation, and job simplification. Job design is very important as it is for understanding the existing job. Because job design gives some great benefits for the managers and employees, it is become important in an organization. The benefits are: first, job design specifies the contents and procedures of performing the tasks in the organization. It also specifies organizational culture, norms, and values that its members need to follow to achieve organizational goals. Second, job design provides job-related data and information on skills, knowledge, and ability to perform the tasks. Third, job design makes the work more interesting and challenging, which motivates the employees for higher level of performance. The challenging job provides better salary for the employees, which inspire them to do better performance. The last is the job design will lead to a more productive organization because job design creates employees that have high level performance. Okay, so let's move to the question number 6. What is performance management to 5 experts? What is performance management cycle? And what is performance cycle? First, according to Armstrong and Baron, define it as a strategic and integrated approach to increasing the effectiveness of organizations by improving the performance of the people who work in them and by developing the capabilities of teams and individual contributors. According to Lockett, performance management is the development of individuals with competence and commitment working toward the achievement of shared meaningful objectives within an organization which supports and encourages their achievement. Third, according to Morman and Morman, performance management is managing the business. Fourth, according to Walters, performance management is the process of directing and supporting employees to work as effectively and efficiently as possible in line with the needs of the organization. The last expert says that performance management is the process of creating a work environment in which people are enabled to perform to the best of their abilities. Performance management is a whole work system that begins when a job is defined as needed. It ends when an employee leaves your organization. And then, performance management cycle is a technique used by company managers and executives to encourage employee growth and job satisfaction. Within a performance management cycle, the employer evaluates an employee's skill and job performance. The employer typically will set goals as well to help careers develop in a manner consistent with company goals for the employee. If an employee is not able to meet the goals and expectations outlined by the company, a performance management cycle usually offers a built-in system for improvement, typically beginning with direct counseling for problem areas. Though initial goals may be set by the company when an employee is hired, the performance management cycle usually will not officially begin until the first performance review, typically after the first year of employment, but sooner in some cases. Then, performance cycle is the steps of exercising the employee performance in order. There are 5 cycles. First, planning means setting performance expectations and goals for groups and individuals to channel their effort toward achieving organizational objectives. It also includes measures that will be used to determine whether expectations and goals are being met. Involving employees in the planning process helps them understand the goals of the organization, what needs to be done, why it needs to be done, and how well it should be done. Second, monitoring means consistently measuring performance and providing ongoing feedback to employees and work groups on their progress toward reaching their goals. Ongoing monitoring provides the opportunity to check how employees are doing and to identify and resolve any problems early. Third, developing means increasing the capacity to perform through training, giving assignments that introduce new skills or higher level of responsibility, improving work processes, or other methods. Development efforts can encourage and strengthen good performance and help employees keep up with changes in the workplace. And then rating means evaluating employee or group performance against the elements and standards in an employee performance plan, summarizing that performance and assigning a rating of record. Last is rewarding means providing incentives to and recognition of employees individually and as members of groups for their performance and acknowledging their contributions to the agency mission. There are many ways to acknowledge good performance, from a sincere thank you for a specific job well done to granting the highest level agency specific honors and establishing formal cash incentives and recognition award programs. Okay, so here is the last questions. What are the topics of human resource management have you studied and discussed up to the midterm examination? What lessons can you get from the topics presented from your friends in front of the class? Tell me the names of the students presenting the topics and how are their presentations. So there are already 11 presentations that already presented, including me that present the topic about labor economics. So I will explain the other 10 presentations that done by my friends. Overall, the presentation from my friends is good and understandable. So, first topic is Introduction to Human Resource Management by Puger. In this topic, I learned that human resource management is very important to behave in an organization. When we talk about human resource management, we talk about people, the people who work in an organization. People is a unique asset of an organization because people is related to behavior which cannot be predicted. People is unique because they can learn and can more develop through training and from work experience. Managing the human resource is not easy as we deal with the behavior of the people. Managers should learn about all their employees and understand them because each people is different. Then the second topic is recruitment and selection by Reno. In a company, they will recruit and select the employee that's suitable with the job assignment. One way that commonly used by the company is by interviewing the candidates. The company will set some requirements and the applicants will apply that job that they think they fit with the requirements. Then the company interview them to get objective facts regarding the candidates are suitable or not for the job. Also, they can learn about the background of candidates. Third topic is training and development by Erickson. Employee must have training in order that the employee can do their job well. First, company must identify the problem in the employee. After that, the company will give the proper training to the employee so that this employee will have high performance. Of course, the employee must have interest and have a will to do the job. Or the other way is the company can do rotation job so that its employee can get the job that fit with their skill. Then, fourth topic is attitude and behavior by Luna. When we talk about people, it will relate to behavior. Attitude and behavior will influence the performance of that employee. An employee that have good behavior will have good attitudes, thus will do the job well. But an employee that have bad behavior will have bad attitude, thus will not do the job well. The company doesn't want this kind of employee. Okay, then next, the fifth topic is about reward and motivation by Miriam. Reward and motivation have correlation. When the employees get rewards for doing the job well, they will get motivated to do the job better because they think that they will get more rewards for more tasks. Rewards can start from themselves or internally. By doing the job well, they feel satisfied. Also, there is external rewards that given by the company, such as say greetings, gift bonus, gift promotion, and many more. And then, the sixth topic is about performance management by Putri. A company should manage their employee performance in order that the organizational goals can be achieved. Not only that, it also can lead to a more productive company. To achieve that, company can give reward to the employee so that they will be more motivated or give them training to improve their performance in the company. By doing this, the company will have a high performance employee that have impact to a more productive company. And then, seventh topic is job design by Winnie. Company do job design in order that the employees understand on how to do the job well, and of course, the end, it will achieve the organizational goals. The techniques that the company can use are job enlargement, job enrichment, job rotation, and job simplification. And then, the eighth topic is employee involvement and participation by Gadis. Employee can participate and involve in the organizational performance. It is important because employee is one of the factors that influence the success of a company. The company can focus on the work design if the employee already have high employee participation, or the company can focus on the employees if the employee have low involvement, or the company can improve the cost efficiency by doing layoff if there are too much not productive employees. And then the ninth topic is employee relation by Asa. Employee that works in a company must have good relation to each other. By having good relation, they will understand the job and can do well in the job assignment, especially job that involve teamwork. As employees, they can say greetings for each other, hanging out together in free time, or caring for each other. This way, it can improve the employees' relation that will impact to the company performance. And then, the last topic is diversity and equal opportunities by Pandu. In the workplace, diversity is a common thing. The diversity can be gender, language, skin color, age, and also can be ideas and experience. The issue that arises in the diversity is commonly the gender issue. Despite it is man or woman, they should be treated equally. Companies should treat them based on their work, not based on their background. By doing this, all employees will have the same right and feel that they are not wasting their time and energy to work for the company. They will have a high motivation to do the job. It will then influence the company's success. A company that can treat its employees equally will be success and will achieve its organizational goals. So that's all the questions from the midterm exam of human resource management subject. I hope that my answers is clear for you and will be helpful for you to understand the human resource management subject. Thank you for watching. See you again.